Not every old cocktail has a challenging flavor. I'm Brian Johnson, and in this episode of Better Cocktails at Home, we're going to do the Ward 8 cocktail. It's an old cocktail, pretty straightforward in flavor, but it's very interesting, so we're going to make it right now. So this cocktail is a whiskey-based cocktail, and I've seen it call for rye whiskey and also bourbon. I'm going to use bourbon in this case, and what I would recommend though is use a higher proof whiskey as you have. 80 proof whiskey I think just gets lost in it, so I would use as high proof as you can. This is 101, so it kind of helps cut through the cocktail a bit. So we're going to do 2 ounces of whiskey. Add that to our mixing tin. And that's the only spirit in this. The rest of it is citrus and a little bit of grenadine. So we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of orange juice, and orange juice is an ingredient that really takes it can really take over a cocktail, so you want to be kind of careful with how much you add. And because of the way I'm gonna garnish this cocktail, I'm gonna take a little bit of a coin of orange before I juice it. And just kind of reserve that off to the side. We want to juice our orange. Always use fresh juice. Don't need a ton. And we're going to do 1/2 ounce of orange juice. No more, because as I said, it's very powerful. It just really can kind of dominate a cocktail. And the other citrus we're going to use is lemon. So you want to make sure you get about 1/2 ounce of lemon. Maybe a touch more, maybe even 3/4 ounce if you want to. It's kind of up to you. And add that to our mixing tin. And the final ingredient is grenadine, and we're going to do, I'd say 1/4 ounce of this. I mean, not a lot. It's a little, just adds a touch of sweetness, a little bit of that grenadine flavor, but not much. So that's all that goes into the mixing tin. So now we're going to add ice. And we're going to be shaking this cocktail because it has citrus and it's cloudy. So give it a nice thorough shake. And we're nearly done. Now we're going to double strain this. So we want to catch any ice shards that can over dilute this cocktail. Now, for my garnish earlier, I took a little bit of the peel, and I'm going to do a flamed orange zest because I think it gives a little bit of flavor, and it just kind of works really well. So. For a flame zest, all you want to do is hold your match over your drink, kind of get a little bit of warmth, and that's really all there is to it. This cocktail isn't really that dynamic, I don't think. That's one of the reasons why I said it's not a super challenging flavor-wise. I mean, it came out of the Boston area, late 1800s. From what I've seen, it's related to some political parties. But the orange and the citrus with the lemon, it doesn't have a ton of, I guess, flavor range. It's pretty focused. I mean, you get the whiskey, obviously, and I like doing the orange peel because it gives a little bit of caramelization. But it's a nice, easy drinking old cocktail, and I definitely recommend trying it. Use a high proof whiskey. Try the flamed orange zest. I think adds a little bit, but that's how you make the Ward 8 cocktail.